When James Marshall discovered gold in California in 1848, it changed everything. Westward expansion and economic growth exploded. Towns sprung up across the West seemingly overnight, and hardy men sought their fortunes in the rocks to strike it rich or just provide for their families. Many of these towns vanished like the dust they were built on, seemingly just as quickly. It was a time of boom and bust. Sometimes I feel that fly fishing is the exact same way. Things were good, you know? I was having an amazing fishing season. Water levels were perfect, the air was warm and the water cold, hatches were coming off every day, and the fish were eating anything I tied on my line. So, I did the thing that any good friend would do. I called up my old buddy JP and threw him the bait. As soon as he heard my report, he got on a plane and hightailed it from his house in Georgia to my house in Idaho, and we were on the water the same day. And it was not disappointing. Oh no, it was an afternoon that dreams are made of. The hatch was on, bugs were blanketing the water, and it was white mouths and dorsal fins everywhere you looked. And we were hooking up, and not with little fish either. JP has on a fish which he lovingly referred to as a fat ape.
He's got some fight.
There's another one right there.
Following up. You gotta be kidding me, fish. Come on.
You want me to hold the rod? No.
My forearm is about to. Can you believe how hard that fish is fighting? There we go. Woo. Nice.
That was an awesome take. Time, get in the net. Nice. Nice. Yeah, there you go. Nice. See you later.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh, this is a meaty brown. Look at how pretty that fish is.
It was hour after hour of big, wild browns on tiny little dry flies. And then it was not. A switch flipped in the universe after we crawled into our tents that night. The next day, everything was different. Oh, sure, the scenery was still beautiful. And we had hour after hour of uninterrupted peace to enjoy it. And to enjoy the flora and the fauna and to practice our casting and practice our casting some more and our mending for hours. It was like there had never even been a fish in that river. So I called up my number one son, who is working as a swamper in Hell's Canyon and a bunch of other cool rivers in the Pacific Northwest. That is, when he wasn't lounging on the back of a raft or jumping off cliffs. Within a few hours, he had us hooked up like a tow truck with a raft and a great fishing report on another Oregon river. But just as we were about to launch, he told us that the water levels were dropping fast and the water was warming up. He advised us to put in about 10 miles upstream and even gave us keys to an old battle wagon so I wouldn't beat my truck all to heck in the Oregon wilderness. And we were off. Those first 10 miles were amazing. We were barely in the water when JP hooked up.
Day one, about 20 minutes into the trip. Jonathan's finally getting to fish his big old streamers. He's got that bass hook knot on there.
Gotta use a
Fish
big old
is
swim
not
bait
coming
knot on
off.
these fish. Come here, buddy.
Showing some Oregon trout who's boss.
Come here, fish. We got a whole bunch of fishable water we're passing.
For 3 days and 2 nights, we had nothing to do but float the river and catch fish.
Wiki! Oh. Wiki, wiki!
Dude, you sure you don't want me to follow him?
No. I don't think so.
Jonathan,
I'm not gonna.
another big old fat rainbow. He's changing his clothes. This is the way Jonathan does it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to get out of the boat.
No, you just keep filming, Carl!
You'll thank me later. Dang.
It was hour after hour of big, wild rainbows.
He is good. Jonathan T-Pain, he knows how to land a big fish. And he's got long arms. It helps to have long arms.
That's about as graceful as it gets.
Here we go. One more stumble for good measure.
And then, just like that, it was over. We made camp that night, and the next morning we woke up in the twilight zone. Oh, don't get me wrong. The scenery was still beautiful, and we had 2 more days to enjoy it. And to practice our rowing.
Carl expertly. Woo-hoo!
And our casting. And our mending. And to make new friends. And to eat bacon. And sandwiches and beer named after fish. And drink scotch and smoke cigars. And catch some Z's. But we couldn't buy a fish with Elon Musk's money. But in the end, it's about more than just catching fish, isn't it? I mean, I don't need to catch fish every minute of every day. Who am I kidding? I just want to catch fish.